and then maybe like not run on Facebook. It's gonna be like this.
You could always do like Twitch or something like that as well.
I tried it, but I'm not so familiar with it, and that's what is a little.
Okay.
I don't know my way around it.
That is
Like-
fair.
yeah.
It is a bit of a learning curve.
We do Twitch from time to time.
Yeah.
We've actually done whole band live streams, and once we get everything working properly in the studio, we intend to do it again. Parker. Hey.
Yeah, especially once we get all the gear that's on back order right now. That'll make it easier for live streams.
Oh, hey, I see. It is live now.
It is live now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, and okay. So now I can.
Sweet.
We'd love to see that.
So there's that. Now I want to switch over. That's super weird.
It does show as friends only on your Facebook, though.
I have it moved over to public. It should.
Okay.
Let's see.
Is it up? Let me double check.
I see it.
Okay. We'll do it this way. What a disaster. Weird, it's not even showing my other page. All right, Mom, I'll figure that out afterwards because it's just going to be crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I don't see it live anymore. Let me refresh. Oh, there it is. Okay,
Oh my
now it's
gosh,
public.
should be working.
She's like, don't scare me like that.
Okay, so it says that the reshare on your own page is public, but it says that the original post is friends only.
Oh, Lord. Let's see.
That's all right. We can share the YouTube link for any of our people that want to hop on and see it. And then any of your people can see it on Facebook or YouTube, whichever.
Yeah.
I'm typing a message that says that we're going live if anyone wants to come say hello. And I put hello with a W at the end. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Well, at least everyone can see it where it wasn't like it was. Well, not everyone. You know what I mean? At least it's visible.
Yeah.
to other than
Yeah, it's not private anymore.
So
You're
that
not
worked.
streaming to yourself.
So bizarre. Oh, look, I got. All right. Well, I'm just going to leave it alone and go back over here and just focus on this.
Okie dokie.
That'll work. And then just there, that there. Get myself situated. I didn't even see that. See what's on here real quick. Can we see our faces on YouTube?
Yeah.
Let's look at it. Sweet. All right, cool. Give a minute for this, and then I'll do my.
I guess I'm now incapable of spelling hello without a W at the end.
So weird. Let's see. It's gonna bug me until I like get it figured out.
I'm shooting messages out with the new link.
It's super good. So much. All right, I'll definitely have to figure that out. It's totally weird.
And since it's streaming on YouTube as well, it should save as like a video or something like that.
Yeah.
So later on, afterwards, you can just share the video as well.
Yeah.
Definitely should.
It's so weird popping through my tabs, and then I go and I click on the YouTube link, and I hear Kenneth talking, but he just sitting there.
Oh, because of the
unmoving.
delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's out there. Sent it. We'll just jump into it and get going.
All right. Sounds good.
Forever trying to figure it out. All right. So, hi everyone. I'm Lacey from Monster Music. It originally Drinking Creep and all this other. We've gone through changes, obviously. But I wanted to bring it back to something basic. And with that being said, I wanted to gear more towards the music scene again. So with that being said, I have my guests that have been on before, an awful mess. And without further ado, I'll let you guys give a little introduction.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I play guitar and sing and record our stuff so far.
Hi, I'm Kenneth. I'm originally the drummer for An Awful Mess, but now that I've moved back from South Carolina, I'm playing guitar and leads and some backup vocals.
And you're missing some people.
Yeah, we're missing some of the other guys.
Most
We're
of the
missing,
band.
yeah, we're missing Nate, our drummer, Troy, our bass player, and Rue, who is the other guitarist slash vocalist of the band, and he also plays synths as
synth.
well.
Shout out to the guys that aren't here.
Yep.
All right, so it's been a little bit since we've actually sat down and talked. So let's catch up a little bit. What do you guys got going on? What's been happening? Let's get into it.
A lot of changes. I think we've been through 2 other guitarists since the last time that we were on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, we've been working on a lot of music. I can't remember if we had our record out then or if it was coming out, but we put out a record, what was that, 3 years ago, called Beautiful Things.
Yep.
And then we did some covers, and we did a new version of an old Starcross song. And Starcross was basically the proto mess, so to speak. So we did a new version of one of those songs, and since then we have compiled a full record of songs that we had written back then that either we had recorded with other producers or some songs that we just had not put out before. We had never recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 12 tracks?
I believe so. Something like that.
Like 11 or 12. It's more than 10. It's more than our last record.
I think before it was right before you released that when you guys were on last time.
Yep.
And then we talked about the covers you did, Terror Time, and then the Spin Doctors, 2 Princes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That one's fun.
So what do you have coming up now?
So on July 4th, we put out the first single from the record called The Way She Leads. And that was on the ad for this podcast. Next song that we have coming out is going to be next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, next Friday, the 1st.
Next Friday.
It's a song called Fake, which is a bit of a harder song than the last one. After that, we're going to put out more music and eventually our record in October.
Yep.
And then don't you have shows coming up?
Yeah, we have a Desert Grave Music Festival coming up October 25th, which we have commemorative tickets for. So But yeah, so I believe that's the only thing we have on the books for right now.
for this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only thing we have currently. And then the day before that, that's when the full record drops.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before Desert Music Festival.
Desert Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of using Desert Gray as sort of an album release show, if you will.
Okay.
There's a handful of our other friends who are playing the fest that are also going to be essentially using it as their CD release show as well. I don't think I am at liberty to say
which ones.
which bands yet, but there's at least a couple. So there's going to be a lot of cool new music coming out around the fest.
They need to get the tickets, and then they can see it for themselves. The bands that are releasing some of their stuff.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of really, really cool bands. Actually, I have the poster for it over here.
Show it. Bring it. Let them see it.
Yeah. All right. 1 second. Let me grab it.
Yeah, we have 29 artists performing on 3 stages. And it's only $15. It's going to be running from like 2 p.m.
I don't know. Is that backwards?
11 p.m.
Hold on. Let's see if we can zoom
No,
in.
it looks good. It looks good.
I want to see if I can zoom in on it. Hold on. We're going to take ourselves out, and we're just going to focus on.
Okay. So yeah, so we got a lot of bands here, a lot of artists. So we got the Shadow Self, Sky City, the Spacers, Ugly People, which I think is a funny name for a band, but they do them. Yesterday Soup, who's a poetry act, Nothing in Variety, Narwhal, Our Last Laugh, Perfect Sense, Rue Villain, which is actually Rue, our guitarist and vocalist. It's one of his other projects. Killed by Yeti. Lethian? Is that how you pronounce that? Nate and Stevo, No Halos, Feed the Lion, The God Samaritan, Home Turf, I Am Anything, In Lessons, Danny Silvertone, Dread, Echoes and Ashes, Emerald Isle, Esso, Us, An Awful Mess, Another Day's Demons, Arsenic Kitchen, Chris Crawford, and finally, the band headlining is Tarot Blood. That's a lot of bands to see for only $15, guys. It's gonna be a fun one. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are.
We're here. I just took me a second. We're here. Now, did you?
We were backstage so that.
Or was that like you read it while you were?
I was reading it off the camera and everything's backwards. So I was kind of reading it backwards. I had trouble with a couple of them, so if you like heard me pause for a second, that's why. I was just like, how do I say that? What does that say?
No, you're fine. Now
we couldn't give any feedback.
Isn't this your baby? Isn't this something you put on every year? You want to tell the viewers a little bit about that?
Yeah, so back in 2018, I was talking to our friend Jacob Reynolds, who most people know him as an amazing photographer, videographer, and he's in a band called Those Kind of People, and they finished an EP, and we were talking about doing some sort of like CD release show or something like that, so that they can play this new music. And then I was like, what if we add more bands? And what if we add more bands? What if we make it longer? What if we use 2 stages? And then it just started kind of getting away from me. And then I got Avi, who's in Tarot Blood. At the time, he was in a band called Greyjoy. And we sat at Coffee Rush for like an hour or so, spitballing names and thinking about additional artists that we could add to the festival. And one thing that he said that really stuck with me was Desert Gray, because I have a husky whose coat is called Wolf Gray. So that just kind of like flipped a switch. So I felt like we needed to run with that. And then we did it 2018, 2019, 2023, and this year. We tried to do it last year, but it was really hard to get a date. So I waited until like the very actually one day before when I technically could have gotten the date that far out. I was like, hey, I know I'm not supposed to reach out until tomorrow, but hey, could I possibly get this date? And yeah, we secured the fest for this year, and I added extra artists, and yeah, this is going to be our biggest fest yet.
Yep.
I'm excited. And I live closer, so I can actually go to these events now.
Yes.
Be in real time. I know I thought about that. I should have mentioned it earlier. It was like kind of poor planning, but I think it would be fun to do some of these with you guys, like in person, like interview in real time.
Oh yeah, that would be a lot of fun, and all the guys will be there too. So
yeah, I haven't done anything like that since years ago with Cody and them. It's been a long time. But yeah, outside of that, how the music scene now, how would you describe it now, current day, versus what it was 5 years ago?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Actually, I should say 6 because 2020 didn't really have
2020 was a bit barren that year.
And then 2019.
I think we did like a live stream show that year.
Yeah.
I remember I watched it. I was there. Well, not there, but I was there in.
I don't know. It feels like, for me at the very least, it feels like there's a lot more support for local music nowadays than there was compared to 2019 and everything like that. And it could just be because that I'm seeing more local shows being put on nowadays compared to back then. So I'm kind of enjoying how it is now.
Aaron?
It's interesting. Over the years that I've been in the scene, it was basically in pre-2010. It was very like metal scene was big, and then everything else was kind of ebbing and flowing. By the time we really had some traction in the Starcross days, I think, like post 2012, there were more pockets, and it was bands like there were bands like Starcross and The Saving Point, who that's our bass player and drummer's old band. Who else was there? Never Let This Go.
Never Let This Go. Wow. Yeah.
Mimelight, Halocene, Westcott Avenue. All these like more rock oriented bands, more like maybe with some like pop elements. And there were more pockets like that were coming up. Around 2018, 2019, that's when we were seeing a lot more crossover. And now today, there's even more crossover. Most of the shows that I put on, they don't tend to be a single genre. There's been one or two in the last couple years, maybe, that I've had like just like a strictly metal show or a strictly rock show. But I'll put rock, hip hop, acoustic, metal, punk, like Desert Gray. That is every facet of the scene that I could put together in one building.
Yeah, and I mean, even the last show that Aaron put on, there was like a progressive metal band. There was, how would we describe
Whiskey Famine?
Whiskey Famine, yeah.
They're like Dropkick Murphys, Flogging Molly kind of stuff.
Yeah, and yeah,
just 7 people.
7 people on the stage of the Underground was crazy to see. But yeah, it's just stuff like that. And that's one of the things I enjoy about like going to the shows that Aaron puts on, is that you're not just getting one genre of the scene here. You're getting multiple, and you get to discover new local bands that you didn't know about before.
I always like to tell people that I don't book genres. I book artists based off of vibes. So if it's someone that I get along with that I think would get along with others, then I put them on a stage together and let those crowds kind of cross over and let people meet new people, let people see new bands, give the bands an opportunity to play on new stages in front of new crowds and have the opportunity to win over new fans, or if nothing else, make new friends.
Mm-hmm.
Always inviting other promoters and photographers and videographers so that there can be a bit of networking going on at my events too. And that's kind of the current idea behind Desert Gray as well, that I'm putting all these artists together and I'm bringing like visual artists and other, like I'm inviting other promoters and I'm inviting photographers and videographers and connecting them with the bands as well and allowing everyone to network. That way they can pursue other opportunities, not necessarily just with my network, but when we put these on, people tend to bring other people and there's even more crossover going on there, because I want to give everyone an opportunity to play on whatever stage they want to. It's really difficult with the Nile because we have like the big main stage room, and then there's the underground, which is a lot more like DIY, and then there's even the coffee shop, which that's a whole other vibe. And we've got mostly like solo pop, acoustic, and spoken word stuff there, but we also have a couple full bands that are going to be playing in there too. So just like each of those, just giving the bands the opportunity, or the artists the opportunity, like I have this available, I have this available, I have these times. No Halos. Who from No Halos is there?
What?
Is it multiple of the boys? I
No
love the boys.
Halos.
Yeah, you guys can see it in the chat.
Yeah, we see you in YouTube. We see you there.
Debuting those boys. They just put out their first single.
Ooh.
It's awesome.
I'll have to check it out. That's
It's
one of
heavy.
the things that I miss, is that being able, that's right. Like if it wasn't for a lot of you guys, I wouldn't have met a lot of you guys through going to different shows. And so this is one of the things that I miss that I'm excited to get back into.
Yeah, and we met through After the Calm.
Yes, we did.
Always been tight with those boys.
And we're glad to have you here, Lace.
Oh, thanks. I'm excited to get back out. I want to go to live stuff. I know with the move and getting the family situated has been a little bit longer than expected, but now that everything's settled, I'm ready to get back out and just.
Oh yeah, trust me. I feel the same exact way. You know, I spent the last 3 years in South Carolina. I didn't do much while I was out there. To be honest, not so much with music. I mean, I ran sound for my dad's band at a few shows. But aside from that, I just kind of stayed cooped up in my room watching YouTube most of the time. And now that I'm back in Arizona, back in my hometown of Mesa here, yeah, there wasn't shit to do out there.
We live in a society.
And yeah, now that I'm back here, I've hit the ground running essentially, because what was it, a week after I moved back, Aaron, is when we played a show at the Underground together.
Wasn't it like at the end of that same week?
Yeah, that same
Pretty
week.
sure.
Yeah. So I'm super excited to be back and be back doing this stuff. I've loved it and I've missed it. So
we're happy you're back.
Yeah.
With some of the venues that have closed over the past few years, do you see it being a problem when you're booking stuff, or since there's new ones that are popping up, is it like smaller ones? Is it a little hard, or is it making it gradually back to where it used to be?
So the venue that I booked at the most my whole career booking since I was 19 years old was Club Red. I booked at the old Club Red Owl on, what was it, Price and University?
It was, yeah.
and I booked at the new Club Red on Alma School and University. And that was a massive blow because that's where the festival was born, because we had these two stages that were more or less about the same size. One room was bigger than the other. So it wasn't a huge difference between the stages. So it was a lot easier to sell the bands on it. I wouldn't say there's like fighting, but there's some hesitance for certain bands to play in the underground versus the Nile. A lot of the heavier bands and the more DIY, more like punk sort of bands are more okay with playing in the underground. And due to the size and shape of the room and the acoustics, the underground does have better sound. The Nile has a very high ceiling, so there are more reflections. So the sound is a little more live. It's not as tight a sound as the underground. So some artists prefer that. Some artists prefer the bigger stage. I like that it's a bigger carpeted stage.
Yes.
It feels nice.
Yep.
But yeah, losing these venues during COVID and even before that, like back when the clubhouse shut down, that was a blow too. I had only gotten to play there twice, once acoustic and then once with Starcross. I think it was with The Attraction and Sleepwalker played on that show, I think.
That was pre 2012 because that was before I joined Starcross.
Yeah, I think it was 2011. But yeah, it's been harder. A couple years ago, the Nile started this policy of not booking more than a year out because of how crazy things were. People, ever since 2020, there was an entire year's worth of shows that had to be rescheduled. So it was more difficult to get a date ever since then. And with more venues closing down, there are fewer options. Pub Rock used to do all ages shows, or at least have the option to, and now they don't carry the insurance for it because it's too expensive. So they are strictly 21 plus. So yeah, it's been difficult, but I keep trying. This next show that I have booked is going to be at it's on September 11th at Last Exit Live. It's kind of a smaller room, but the sound is great and it's got a huge green room. And I have two touring bands on that, Suitable Miss and Life for Fun. And I know one of the members of Life for Fun, and I know Suitable Miss because I booked them before, and we're excited to bring them back. Excited to bring Life for Fun. I haven't been able to see them yet. One of their members was in another band that used to come out here too. But yeah, so I wanted to put these bands in a place that would be good for them because, like I said, it's a huge green room. They've got fridge, they've got coffee and tea and water, and I think they have like sparkling waters and stuff. They've got cases upon cases of water. They have a bathroom, and they've got a shower, and they've got laundry. And
So they're set
in the
up
bathroom,
nice.
yeah, they're accessible as hell too. They got like the rails in the bathroom and in the shower. So it's like super accessible, and
we love accessibility over here.
Oh, yeah. Well, with that being said, I think we did pretty good for the first little round of stuff.
Yeah.
Touched on stuff. At the end, do you want to go ahead and put in the chat like your upcoming stuff, the one that's coming out, your single, and then along with the Desert Gray promo?
Yeah.
You do that in the chat.
Yeah, Aaron, you can take one. I'll take one.
What shall I do?
Here, hey Siri, flip a coin. Okay, I'll take YouTube. You take Facebook.
Which one are you going to post? What are you? Okay, so one on Facebook makes the post for your upcoming single that's going to be released and the Desert Gray banner or poster, and then the other one is doing it on YouTube.
Yes.
All right, so we'll do that, and then anything you guys want to add in closing?
Everybody
Subscribe to
stream fake.
PewDiePie.
Everybody stream fake on the 1st when it comes out.
Yes, we're really excited to put that one out.
And for everyone that's watching or will be watching, thank you. Share away, Awful Mess. Go check them out. Follow, subscribe, like their stuff. Get out to a show. And with that being said, the next person we have coming up is actually this coming 27th, and that's Steven Stewart from Demonic. He'll be on.
Nice.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I got to do vocals on one of his songs.
You get to, or you have?
I have to. I have yet to do it. I've been really busy and trying to finish studio stuff. We've been back and forth with this AC for months.
Oh yeah.
I've seen that. It's still
fingers crossed we fix it this weekend.
Spurs up. And then one other thing before I forget, because we mentioned it before we went live, so I just want to do it for shits and gigs. We talked about Whataburger.
Yes.
So can we call someone out for not liking it and see if they have a nice rebuttal for fun?
Who was it that didn't like Whataburger again? I forget.
Ryan Porter.
Ryan Porter.
Rex.
So Ryan, I know you'll see this at some point. We want deets. Why do you not like that?
Yes. Why do you not like God's gift to humanity, which is Whataburger?
I can't judge you because I haven't had it yet. I will try it, and then I'll have to do a follow-up.
My dad's from Texas. I grew up eating it, so
See,
I love it.
I was told that it's better. The Whataburger in Texas are better. That's what I was told before from a friend of mine. He mentioned it. Saying,
I'll have to get back to you on that. I haven't had any in Texas. I've had some in Nashville. It's pretty good. It's okay there. I like the ones down here, but I haven't had it in Texas yet.
I'll have to give it a go, and I'm curious to see what he says. But Thank you guys. Don't go anywhere. But for everyone else, thank you and have a good night. And I'll see you guys in a couple days.
Later.